There's a battle brewing in the Senate over legislation known as cap and trade. It would impose limits on greenhouse gas emissions, but would allow companies that exceed their cap to buy credits from those who haven't. Senate Republicans want more time to study the idea and plan to boycott a hearing tomorrow. Today, I spoke with someone who knows a bit about Washington politics and the environment, former Vice President Al Gore. He's out with a new book and is on the cover of this week's edition of Newsweek. Here's a portion of my exclusive interview. In the same Newsweek that you graced the cover, Karl Rove writes an essay, and he says that this plan will put the U.S. on a ruinous course. He cites a Congressional Budget Office report that says a 15% CO2 reduction would cost the average American household $1,600 a year. And furthermore, he claims it would shift jobs overseas. Thoughts?
Well, that's the reflexive, automatic response that has always been offered whenever we Americans have decided to stop dumping pollution into the water and the air and on the ground. And the point is that, first of all, the estimated cost is a postage stamp a day for the average family. And yet the benefits are not taken into account always. The benefits in the form of millions of good new jobs. Now is the time to make the switch away from undependable, insecure foreign sources of energy and reclaim our own destiny by having American-made renewable energy that's right here, that creates jobs that cannot be outsourced.
In a recent Pew poll, 57% of Americans said there is solid evidence that global temperatures are rising, but that is down from 71% in April of 2008. Why do you think that trend is happening?
Well, first of all, I think that poll is something of a so-called outlier. A solid majority wants to see legislation passed, wants to see this problem solved. There has been a very well-financed, very well-organized campaign by some of the largest carbon polluters to try to sow doubt and to try to use confusion as a means of slowing down the process by which we put restrictions on the amount of global warming pollution that's being put up there.
You write in your book about CEOs saying they would want to be more efficient and save money in the long run for their company, but not if it was going to affect the bottom line for the next quarter.
We are predisposed to short-term thinking, but we also have other capacities, and we've proven it many times in the past. Think about the campaign against smoking. Classic example. At first it didn't succeed, but then it made impressive gains. Seat belts. There are many examples of how organized, persistent campaigns have communicated that message and changed behavior as a result.